Yes, sir. What's poppin' and why? You already know it's your host, Mrcakeave in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to thank everybody for joining us live on the Mrcakeave app, available on every device, Apple, Android, and Windows. You already know the only app that you could check out the show live while it's going on. In the chat room, in the cake room, you already know. If you can't check out the show live, we are rebroadcast on all the major markets: Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. You already know, man. We doing it real big over here. That's just how it's going down. So, want to talk about a couple things. You know what I mean? If you read it in the title or you know what's going on. MEEKMILL is off of probation. You already know. Big news. MEEKMILL's in all the news right now. One time for him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Really happy. You already know. Mrcakeave On-Air, exclusively on the Mrcakeave app, live, baby. You already know. You can catch the rebroadcast on iHeartRadio, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. You already know. We on everything, baby. MEEKMILL also started DREAMCHASERS collaboration with Roc Nation. Jay-Z, MEEKMILL's doing real big business, real big, man. One time for them, yo, real talk. You know, I thought DREAMCHASERS was already a label, but I guess I was wrong. It's now a label, partnership with Roc Nation. You already know. One time for them, you already know, real big. So MEEKMILL, Roc Nation, DREAMCHASERS. He got a new case, new judge, new everything. They've taken him off probation, so it's just a real good time, you know. And I definitely wanted to put it on the show. You already know MEEKMILL. Next up, Avengers-Endgame this week has become the number one grossing movie in the world, knocking off the former winner of that, category. It was I forgot the damn name in my head. Avatar. The movie Avatar was a really big movie, broke all the records, and now Avengers-Endgame has knocked them off, and it's probably gonna have that slot for very long time. Avengers-Endgame, you already know, was a real good movie. Spoiler alert, if you did not watch it, it's when all basically the universe of those characters all came together. Ant-Man, Hulk, Iron Man, they all came together with Thor and everybody else, Captain America, to defeat Thanos. And basically that movie has reached number one and has knocked off Avatar. You already know. We're going to keep it going. AEW. If you watch any kind of wrestling, other than WWE, most likely you know about it. But formerly known as Cody Rhodes, part of WWE, has joined up with tag teams as the Young Bucks. Overseas stars like Kenny Omega. And they have joined together with a gentleman by the name of Tony Khan, which is one of the owners for the Jacksonville Jaguars. and a couple things that he does for analytics for NFL. They've all came together and started their own wrestling company called AEW, All Elite Wrestling. They're in big news right now. They're having their debut show on TNT. It's just been dropped Wednesday, October 2nd. AEW will be on TNT. It's trending right now. One time for all the people and all the wrestlers out there doing their thing. One time for y'all. You know, if you've been keeping track, you know, they just had about 3 pay-per-views. They had Double or Nothing, Fyter Fest, and Fight for the Fallen. 3 pay-per-views. A lot of people feel like, you know, these pay-per-views are doing really well and they've been selling out, but we are all waiting for the weekly television. And basically the weekly television is basically going to show, you know, are they in competition? Are they getting enough ratings? Are the venues and events selling out? Or was that just, you know, in the beginning and how that's going to happen? But hashtag AEW on TNT dropping Wednesday, October 2nd. This fall. Breaking news right now in the world of professional wrestling. Speaking of wrestling, hashtag Raw Reunion was this week for the WWE Monday night. I did watch the show. I did enjoy the show. A lot of the older acts coming around, like Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, Ric Flair, Stone Cold Steve Austin, you know, and the list goes on and on of all the people that they had there at Raw this week. It was really good. I really appreciated it. And, you know, I know a lot of people, you know, Stone Cold closed the show out when he came out and just basically talked to the people and really did his thing. So, you know, I was really happy with the show this week. Another story I want to talk about. If you know about this story, the cops have been getting splashed with water in New York City. In Harlem, they said it was like on 115th and 7th Avenue. And if you see these videos, I've actually tweeted it on my Twitter. They just violating these officers, violating these cops, splashing them ridiculously. And they have went out their way to find these gentlemen and press charges on these gentlemen. And, you know, a lot of things, I think the mayor was talking about it and a couple things was going on. But that's just a little too much, you know. You're trying to go against the NYPD or you're trying to make an example. You want to show, now they're going to try to make an example. They're going to shut you down. They're going to fucking show you that the next time you think of doing that, you're going to understand that is consequences that come with it. And basically, you know, that was a story that I seen and I was just like, wow, that's not a very, very smart thing to do. And I believe they actually caught one of the gentlemen in that whole situation. So, guys, don't splash the cops. Don't even interact with them. Don't do nothing that's going to get you in trouble, because it's not going to work out in your favor. Next story, Facebook. Facebook is out here and they are ordered to pay $5 billion due to privacy concerns and things that has been going on. You know, it's been an issue for a long time now, and Facebook was getting a lot of flack for it and a lot of heat for it. And today was announced that Facebook will be having to pay $5 billion back. You know, $5 billion sounds like a lot, but for a company that's just made so much money and has done so much things, and you know, I never liked Facebook. You know, Facebook, they want your government, they want your name, your email, a picture of your ID, you want this, you want that. It's just too much invading of privacy. You know, that's why I like Twitter and YouTube and all these other things, because you don't have to put in your official information or your government or anything else like that, then you can still interact with people and do what you gotta do. I really wasn't down with the Facebook, and now that I see that they ordered to pay $5 billion, we're gonna see what's going on. I know that was a lot that they were talking about Facebook with a lot of concerns when it comes to security and everything else that's going on. So this week, if you didn't watch the boxing match, Pacquiao won, and now his camp is talking about that they can take on Mayweather and this, that, and the third. And I don't know if they really can. I know Mayweather is probably the best, to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? And especially of our time, of right now, I don't really think anybody can really do it like him. He's always made a example out of McGregor, and then he had another fight overseas. And he beat that dude with really no problems, no issues. So I really don't see Pacquiao really coming back. I understand that fight will sell and people will make money, but I do not see him beating Mayweather anytime soon. Now, whether he's going to take the match or not is a totally different story, but I don't really see Pacquiao beating Mayweather if they do have the fight. And I really don't see even Mayweather taking that fight, because I don't know if that's even going to do anything for him at this point in his career, besides a payoff. But other than that, you already know, Mrcakeave On-Air, available on every device, Apple, Android, and Windows. You want to hit me up at Mrcakeave or Mrcakeavebeats@gmail.com. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with all your friends. You already know, we in the building. If you can't check out the show live, you can check out the rebroadcast on all major markets. We on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple, and Google Podcasts, Castbox, and a number of other things that you can find us on. So definitely hit us up. If you want to submit your art absolutely free, hit me up, and make sure you check out mustseenyc.weebly.com. You already know, the #1 website for independent media. Submit your art now. You already know, we in the building. Had a great week today. Make sure you check out my YouTube channel. I actually did the Burger King Dollar Taco review. If you want to check that out, it kind of shows how they promote it and how they show it, and then how you really get it and how it really looks. I'll let you know all of that. Make sure you check that out. Mrcakeave On-Air. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the support. Like I said again, hit me up on Twitter at Mrcakeave or Mrcakeavebeats@gmail.com. You already know, I had a great time this week. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, checking us out on all the channels. You already know, we in the building. If you want me to keep doing these reviews and these little tests, you know what I'm saying, let me know. You already know, it's just how it's going down. New York, baby, another week. We just passed the heat wave and things are starting to cool down over here. So you already know. Mrcakeave On-Air. Thank you so much for tuning in. Live show on the Spreaker app, available on every device, Apple, Android, and Windows. We on your mama's tablet. We on your auntie's cell phone. You already know, we in the building. Get the app now. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe, and share. And like I always say, stay up and stay strong. Till next time.